Hi, I'm Darren Mueller, head softball coach at North Dakota State University. Today we're going to teach you the basic techniques of slap hitting. For slap hitters, we like to have a person that possesses a lot of speed, does not have a lot of power from the right-handed side of the batter's box, and might be that person that gets thrown out at first base by a step to half a step. A slap hitter is going to begin in the left-handed side of the batter's box. They will begin their motion towards the pitcher with their momentum taking them towards first base. Two main goals of a slap hitter are to put pressure on the defense and to get on base. Now, to begin with our slap hitting, we have to begin with the footwork. With me today is Nikki Gregg. Nikki is the all-time hits, runs, and stolen base leader in NCAA history. Okay, Nikki's going to step into the batter's box. The first thing we want to work on is our first step was to bring our right foot back to get our momentum going towards the pitcher. So Nikki's going to take her step with her back front foot, take a step back, and she's going to start going towards with her crossover step. One thing you want to tell your hitters is you want to run and not walk being a slap hitter. Many times you'll see somebody will take their first step back, like Nikki will, and they want to start slowly and then hit the ball and then start to run. We like to have them take that first step back and begin really pushing off that front foot and going forward. The next step you'll see will be the crossover step. Nikki's going to take her back leg after she takes her first step, cross over, her hips will open up, and you see how her foot's very close to the front of the line. You want to get as close to the front of the line as you possibly can to hit the ball coming in. As she gets her crossover step here, she is in position to hit the ball. Her shoulders are square to the pitcher, her hips are opened up, and she's ready to hit the ball into the infield. As she hits the ball here, as she comes over, crosses over, Nikki will stop, make contact. When you make contact, a very important thing that we believe is you're making contact off this left foot. Your right foot is going to be in the air, just slightly. It's not going to be lifted up too high, but it's going to be in the air just slightly off the ground. Those are the very first steps to beginning for a slap hitter. Now, where you're going to stand in the box is going to depend on the hitter. One thing we stress to our hitters is we want to make sure, as Nikki brings her first step back and crosses over and steps here, we want them to be close to the front of the line as possible to make contact. But we also want them to be as comfortable as they possibly can be in the batter's box. You do not want to give away to the opposing team of what you're going to do. You might have a drag bunt, you might have a slap, and you might be able to swing away. So we stress to our players, with Nikki for instance here, she's going to be in her stance. They don't want to know what she's going to do. She might swing away from this position, might slap, and might do a drag bunt. Also, if you're comfortable with being further back in the box, if you like to kind of have your back foot back here just a little bit, that's okay too. Just remember, whatever you feel comfortable with when you're up to bat. Now, in Nikki, you can see with her hands here, she's going to have her hands up high. We want to make sure when we swing at the ball, we have our hands above the ball. She keeps her hands high, she grips the bat the same as she would as if she's coming up to swing the bat, swing away. You notice with her hands here, you don't want to take her hands, and if Nikki slides this left hand up a little bit, just kind of slide up, Nikki, you slide up a little bit, and she gives away what she's going to do, it could determine if she's going to bunt, or she's going to slap, or if she's going to swing away. So you want to make sure when she positions her hands, it's going to be the same as if she's going to swing away, slap, or do a drag bunt. Okay, first we're going to start with footwork, but before we get into footwork, we want to make sure, as Nikki starts to step, she's going to bring her front step back, so she's going to cross over with her left foot, and you notice how her hands are going forward with her left foot. You want to make sure your hands come forward as you do that, because you want to keep them back. You don't want your hands to drag back here. By dragging the bat, you're going to pop the ball up in the air, or you're going to miss the ball completely. So you watch as Nikki does it again. She'll bring back, forward, her hands are coming forward, still keeping her front shoulder in, and opening her hips up to the pitcher. The very first thing that we do for a drill to progress for a slap hitter is we're just going to have her jog slightly in the same speed that she was just going now towards the pitcher. You're going to focus at the pitcher's hip if you have the pitcher throwing to you, or standing there, excuse me. Or if you're in the gym, you want to focus on a spot at the wall to make sure that your head's focused at the pitcher's hip in a game. So it's just going to slightly go a slight jog, focusing straight ahead, and slowly work on your foot speed. We'll do it again. Bring it back and go forward. Make sure now, as Nikki's doing this here, she's going to do it one more time. Step back with the front foot, coming forward, everything's squared with the shoulders, the hips open, her hands came forward with her left foot, and you're looking straight ahead. So do it one more time here, Nikki. We'll have our players get used to that motion as much as possible. It takes a little bit of time, especially if you're coming from the right-handed side of the batter's box, to go to the left side of the batter's box. We want them to progress slowly, but pick up on things as quickly as possible to go to the next step. The next step we'll have our hitters do is we'll place a tee in front of the plate. Nikki's going to do the same thing she did before. Same thing as the last drill where you look straight ahead at the pitcher. Now she's going to have a tee with not a ball on there. We don't want to start with a ball yet. We want to progress slowly. That way they can focus on keeping their head down on the ball traveling in. Imagine and visualize the ball coming in here as they do the proper mechanics of slapping. So she'll go in the same little jog, going back here. See her hands are forward. She's ready to hit the ball. We'll do a couple more here. Good. There you go. See how her hands are coming forward with her left foot? Her front shoulders open, or excuse me, closed to the pitcher, and her hips are open. The next step we're going to do is we have them go full speed with the footwork we just learned. We're taking the bat out of Nikki's hands right now because we want to focus on her footwork and making sure she brings that front foot step back, cross over, close to that front of the line, and as she's doing this, she's exploding off this back leg and going towards first base. So we have them do a drill. If she's just going to sprint without the bat, still focus her head on the tee without a ball on there, and explode as she's going towards the pitcher. So Nikki, go ahead and demonstrate a few. Good. As you notice there how she stepped close to the white line here. She went towards the pitcher, and then she started veering off towards first base, which is very good. Because you want to make sure you're exploding, get your momentum going as quick as possible towards first base. Put the pressure on the defense, make them field the ball, make a nice, quick, accurate throw to first base. She's already got that extra step or two going towards first base with her quick push-off. Go ahead and do it again. And if you noticed, she's still keeping her front shoulder in, her hips are still going open towards the pitcher. Very good. You'll notice how her feet were getting close to the white line. One rule now is you want to make sure you don't wipe out that white line as you come up to bat as a slap hitter. They're going to call a strike on you automatically by doing that. Plus, it gives you a good feedback if you do have that white line there to make sure that you're stepping in the accurate spot for each at bat. The next step that we do for our slap hitters is we're going to have her put a glove on her left hand, stay on the left-handed side of the batter's box, and we have a pitching machine that's going to feed balls to her. You have her get used to catching the ball on the left-handed side of the batter's box. All you want to work on here is getting used to catching the ball on the left-hand side of the batter's box, especially for the right-handed hitters that have switched over, and get your hand-eye coordination used to that ball coming in from a different side. Just keep on catching that ball, just like that, and get used to having the ball coming in from the left-handed side of the batter's box. Very good. Couple more. Good job. Good. So that was a very good drill for getting us used to the left-handed side of the batter's box. Now you're seeing a ball coming in, it's moving towards you. You're getting that hand-eye coordination down. You're standing there in the ready position. Just keep on getting used for that ball coming in from the pitcher and catching it back here. The next step we do is we're going to have her work on her footwork now. We've gotten used to having the ball coming in from the left-hand side. She's going to take her front step back, step with her crossover step, catch the ball as she's bringing her left hand forward with her left leg, and she's going to take another step after that. Now this is what this is going to do. This is going to help you concentrate on getting your footwork down, as well as getting used to catching the ball on the left-hand side of the batter's box. To start out with, you might want to start slow to kind of get that slow jog like we did earlier with our steps. Kind of progress up, and once you feel comfortable with this and you feel like you're getting things going, progress into sprinting a little bit quicker. Very good, just like that. Good. There you go. Keep on doing that. Keep that front side closed. Good job. Good job. Good footwork. Keep it up. A couple more for you. Very good. So you noticed how Nikki came. She caught the ball there. Her left arm came with her left leg. Did it perfectly there. She caught the ball, had her momentum start going towards first base. Progress slowly, like I was mentioning. Make sure you start with a jog, progress up to a sprint if possible, and get that full explosion going towards the pitcher. The last progression of this drill is we started going slowly. We started catching the ball from the left-handed side. They worked up to a jog, start working up to a sprint from that jog. Now we want to go full speed. She want to have Nikki. She's going to start with her step coming back, her crossover, her left hand catching the ball back here. Now as she catches the ball, we're going to have her take about 2 to 3 steps going towards first base. You want to get your momentum, keep on going towards first base. You don't want to come slowly, catch the ball, and stop, and have to start running again. Once you started that slap with that first step going back and pushing you back, have your momentum going towards the pitcher, taking you towards first base. You want to continue, after you make this catch, to keep on going towards first base. So what she will do is she's going to do the same drill, but after she catches the ball, she's going to take a couple extra steps to go towards first base. Very good. Good job. There you go. Good. Now you see by doing these 3 pitching machine drills, it's a gradual progression that you want to take with each one. Take your time, don't go quickly. You want to make sure you take each one slowly, get the footwork down, get the hand-eye coordination down, get the explosion down after catching the ball. If you do these drills correctly and take your time getting them done, you're going to get the results you're looking for. The last part that we do for our footwork is we progressed up with the pitch machine drills is we're going to work on bunting the drag bunt. What we're going to have Nikki do is she's going to get in her stance, she's going to do the same drill footwork wise, but we have our slap hitters consistently work on the bunt before we progress on to working on the swing. We feel that by working on the bunt, it gives you that time to work on the footwork, it gives you time to work on the hand-eye coordination, but now you're making contact with the ball and you're putting the ball in play and throw something at the defense that we want to work on. If we spend as much time on the bunt as possible, it's going to give us a lot of success and helps our slappers become more confident in themselves of putting the ball in play. So what we'll have Nikki do is we'll have her bunt, you're going to watch her footwork, and as you see her hands coming forward, the ball will be coming in, and you want to place the bunt in front of the pitcher's mound as much as possible. We mentioned earlier, you're going to have your hands up high. You don't want to give it away in your grip. So you don't want to have your hands separate. So if I separate her hands a little bit, to give the defense any look that you're going to be giving a bunt away. You're going to keep her hands together like you would for any other swing. As she brings her front foot back, her left foot forward, now she's going to slide her hand up as she brings her left hand here to bunt the ball. Now this might depend a lot on the person that's bunting. If Nikki feels more confident this way, this is the way we want her to do it. If she feels she wants to grab the bat a little bit higher on the neck, she can do that and slowly grip the bat and bunt from there. We do not want to give the defense away what we're doing each time we're slapping. So as we do the pitch machine drills, we've progressed with the 3 drills before. The next drill that we have our players do is we want to have the bunt. So Nikki's going to just kind of slowly, she's going to show us the bunt without the ball coming in. Get the bat head out. Notice how it's at an angle. We don't want to have the bat at a flat angle. By doing that, the ball is going to bounce off the bat. It's going to go backwards. It's going to be a foul tip. And many times when the bat is at this angle, players like to drop the bat head down and it goes right by. So you want to have the bat angle up. It gives the surface area for the bat a lot better chance to hit a round ball coming in. Good, very good. So you see her position there? She's still got her front shoulder in, her hips are opened up, and she's ready to bunt the ball. There you go. That's a good bunt. Keep the front shoulder in, push off towards first base. Make sure you cover that whole plate when you're bunting. Good. There you go. That's a good bunt. Good job. Good push off there. Keep on pushing off towards first base. Keep that front shoulder in. Good job. Notice how you kind of step right in front of that line. That was good. Good job. Nice bunt. Do a few more here. There you go. Good job. I'll give you one more here. Good job. Nice bunt. We feel if you follow those steps with the footwork, if you start very slowly, concentrate on getting your footwork down, start with a slow jog, work up to a sprint, go to the pitch machine for the next drills, and end with bunting is a very good start becoming a good slap hitter. I believe if you work on those things hard, put a lot of time in, you're going to be able to progress on to the next part, which is going to be the swing. The next part of the slap hitting we want to work on is the swing. We've gotten the footwork down, we know the drills we want to do for the footwork, now we want to start to develop the swing for slap hitters. You want to start with your hands up high, like we talked about earlier, and grip the bat in a position that you don't want to give away what you're doing to the defense. As you're bringing your hands forward, you want to throw the knob of the bat inside the ball, keep the bat head barrel up high above the ball. As you bring your hands down, remember to bring your left leg forward. As you do this, you bring your left leg forward, your left hand's forward, and you're going to slap down on the ball. We feel if you do that, you want to get ground balls. If you bring your hands here and you drop the bat head down, notice how the bat head's going to be a little bit flat. You're going to pop the ball up, then you're going to miss the ball at times too. So always make sure you grip the bat the same as you would every time you're up to bat. Your left leg's forward, you're throwing the knob of the bat inside of the ball, the bat head barrel's up, and you're swinging down on the ball. Do not let the bat head come down and cause a pop-up or a missed ball. The first drill we're going to do for our swing is the fence drill, or it could be a wall drill if you're doing this inside. What you'd like to do is take the knob of the bat, put it even with your belly button or your waist, and you want to be about the length of the bat away from the fence. Grip the bat like we talked about. Make sure you grip the same way every time. Now what we're going to do is we want to swing so the knob of the bat inside the ball, inside the ball, get the bat head out, and we don't want to make contact with the fence or the wall. We want to throw our hands out, follow through, and get a nice inside out swing. So we'll take the knob of the bat, put it to our waist, put it against the fence, get in our stance here, grip the bat. As we swing, bring the knob of the bat inside the ball, the bat head barrel's up, you're swinging down, coming through. You want to progress nice and slowly on this drill and build your way up to swinging harder. Be nice and easy. You don't want to make contact with the fence. You keep that front shoulder in as long as possible. And just work on inside out swing. If I swing and I hit the fence, then it means I'm dropping my hands, I'm casting the bat a little bit. And it gives you immediate feedback to know what you're doing. So if you get your hands up high and you drop them down and you hit the fence, right there you know that you're dropping your hands. You want to make sure you keep them up, throw them inside the ball, swing, and make contact. Do this drill every day and get used to the swing. Keep your hands inside the ball and keep on working on it. It's a good progression for you to get to the next step. Now we're going to progress from the swing, and we want to progress with our footwork going forward on the swing. We talked about bringing our hands forward as our left leg comes forward, and we want to inside out the ball and not make contact with the fence. We'll start with the knob of the barrel, knob of the bat against the fence, bat head up. Now we're going to step, and we're going to swing through. Still not trying to hit the fence. It's still going to give us feedback if we stop and drop our hands. It's forward, swing. Start nice and slow. Keep on working on it. Hands forward, swing inside the ball. Make sure you keep your head down, watch the fence, and you want to progress up to going forward and slapping the ball. If you bring your bat head here, we talked about before, you're going to cast your bat, you're dropping your hands down, and it gives you immediate feedback of what you're doing incorrectly. Keep your hands up, you're stepping. Notice how my hands came forward with my legs, from the knob of the bat inside the ball, and follow through. We'll do a few more of these. Just notice, as I do this, I want to make sure I keep my front shoulder closed and open up my hips as I'm stepping here and swinging. One thing you want to notice too on the follow through is I'm swinging here, I'm falling through, now I keep my bat, I'm ready to drop my bat as I go forward. That gives me immediately momentum to go towards first base. A lot of times you might see a slapper that brings their bat here, they swing down, they got the bat here, and they don't know what to do with the bat when they're done. So as you're doing this drill, forward, swing, and work on this follow through of releasing the bat into your right hand. After we've worked on the fence drills and have those drills down for our swing, now we want to progress slowly, putting the footwork together a little bit more, getting the hand-eye coordination working a little bit more, and have you start working on going towards the pitcher. The first drill we'll do, and we did this with our footwork before, is we're going to have her just bring the front foot back. She's going to crossover step. Now you bring your hands up with the left leg, keeping the front shoulder in, hips are open, and just going to do a slow walk and go towards the pitcher, just slowly progressing up. So we're just going to have you do a slow walk with a swing. Okay, do it again here. Just like that. She's going to make sure she's going to do it nice and easy, bringing her hands forward to her left leg, swinging, and going. You'll notice now as she's doing this, the front leg's going to go back, cross over, she's starting to swing, and right when you get to here, this left leg, or excuse me, her right leg is going to be in the air going towards first base. Watch that while she's doing this walk. You want to concentrate on that while you're doing that, because you want to get that momentum pushed off your left leg going towards that base. Good. Just nice and easy. Just walk. Keep your head down the ball. Very good. A couple more here. Keeping everything on the front side. Shoulders closed, hips are open, pushing off. Very good. Now the next progression we're going to do is you're going to go from the walk and you're going to start doing a slow jog. We don't want to go full speed yet, but we want to start getting our footwork going a little bit quicker. So we mentioned earlier, you don't want to go slow as you're being a slapper. You want to make sure you're running. You want to explode, get that push off with your left leg, go towards the base. You're putting the pressure on the defense by being that much quicker going towards first. So the mechanics are going to be the same as she's doing this. Now she's just going to quicken up to a slow jog. Very good. And you'll notice, like we talked about, keeping the front side closed in her shoulders, opening up the hips, step back with the front leg. Good. Just keep on doing a few more like that. Watch how her left leg pushes off, and that right leg is up in the air slightly. Very good. Do a couple more for me, please. Watch your hands. See how our hands don't change position. She's bringing them through. You can watch the grip right here. Very good. So those are the next two steps that we do after our fence drill. We like to have a slow progression, get used to the footwork, and slowly speed things up. Now what we're going to do is she's going to go on a full sprint with the tee. Still don't want to put a ball on there yet because we want to concentrate on the footwork and putting the swing together. But you're also working on that explosion at this time of getting used to having that full speed go forward. So let's put it all together and go quick here. Good. Step back. Good. You want to get your front crossover step near that front line. So she's back just a little bit here. So you want to move up. There, that's better. Because you want to get as close as you can, because when the ball's coming in, before it gets any type of movement, you want to make sure you make contact with that ball as quick as possible. It also allows you to be close to push off, and so when an inside pitch is coming in, you have the ability to turn on that inside pitch and inside out the ball to the opposite side. There you go, good job. Like we mentioned before, watch the front foot's going back, crossover step, opens up the hips, she's She's keeping her front shoulder closed. Her hands are held high. Very good. Those are the 3 steps we like to do before we do anything with the ball on the tee. We want to start slowly with a nice little walk, start to a jog, and progress all the way up to a sprint. The next step we're going to do is now we're going to put a ball on the tee, and we want to progress, and we want to go back to that jogging. We want to start with that slow jog, but the ball's going to be on the tee, and concentrate on hitting the ball to the opposite side of the field. One thing we like to do at times is put cones out there. You can kind of separate them. Sometimes you can put a cone where the third base person would put playing in the pitcher's mound, and have our slap hitters concentrating on hitting the ball between those cones. We can also bring those cones in, make it a little bit closer if we'd like, and give them a smaller target to make them really focus on hitting the ball between those cones. So now we'll put balls on the tee and have her work slowly on a jog. Very good. Keeping that front shoulder closed, opening up the hips. Nice slow jog, hit the ball. One thing you can do as a coach, if you'd like, you can place the tee in different areas. A lot of times we're going to throw a low and outside pitch to a slap hitter. If we want to concentrate on that, we can put the tee down a little bit lower. We can put it on the outside part of the plate. We can vary it for the inside part of the plate or in the middle. For now, we're just going to concentrate on a nice slow jog, putting things together. Yep. And just keep on working on that swing. We don't want to pick up full speed yet. We want to keep on going slow. Very good. Keeping your hands high. Don't drop your hands. There you go. Good. Keep on swinging at the ball. Nice, slow. Okay, good. Now once you get your hitters to feel comfortable with a slow jog, we're going to progress up now to a full speed. Now we want our hitters, they're going to go full speed, get the sprint motion, get that push off with the left leg, raise up slightly with the right leg as they're pushing off to make contact at that point, and get the momentum going towards first base after they're done. So let's do a full sprint here. Good. Keep that front shoulder closed, open up those hips. Okay, you can drop your hands just a little bit there. That's all right. Hands up. Good. Remember, coaches, we're trying to make sure we hit the ball on the ground. We don't want to hit any pop flies, just like we're doing here. Hit the ball on the ground. You might get a line drive once in a while, but we want to put the ball in play, put the pressure on the defense. Very good. Get that quick footwork. See, Nikki's got that great push off right there after her left leg going towards first base. We got 2 more for you. Good job. See how she keeps that front side in when she makes contact, keeps on going towards pitcher. That's what we got to do for progression with the tee. We want to start slowly with the jog, start getting your footwork down, keeping the swing together, and progress up to the sprint, get that push off the left leg, go towards first base, and go full speed. The next drill we're going to do is after we progressed up from going from a jog to full speed, is we want to have our hitters know where to hit the ball. We put a dot on the ball to make sure that they know where to hit the ball. You want to inside out the ball, get their hands inside the ball, and if they hit the dot with the bat, they're hitting the opposite field. And we're going to work on that. We're going to put the balls on the tee, and our hitters are going to work on hitting the ball the opposite field, but they're going to see that dot on the ball to know that they're getting their hands inside the ball and making contact at that point. Good. And you'll notice as I'm putting the ball on here, I want to have the dot's kind of facing this direction. I don't want it totally facing here because you don't want to give them that false deception that they're inside outing the ball this way. It's kind of faced at a point back here where you're inside outing the ball. So the dot is right here. We want to hit the ball the opposite field. Very good. Good. Very good. Just keep going. Good job. That's the next progression that we do. Like we were mentioning, it gives you focus for your hitters of knowing where they want to hit the ball, inside out the ball. It gives that instant feedback if they're getting the bat head barrel up and hitting inside the ball. Now that we've put these skills together, we've had a chance to get the jog, we've had the sprint, put the full swing together, we put the dot on the ball for the inside out. Now we're going to put everything together and hit off a pitching machine. So we're going to have Nikki demonstrate for us the full swing hitting off the machine. There you go, just like that. You just want to put the ball in play and beat it out to speed. So she's keeping that front side in, hands coming forward with the left leg, hitting the ball on the ground. Put the pressure on the defense, make them make that play, make that quick throw to first base. Good job. Getting set. Just like that, you're putting the ball in play. Have your slapper speed beat it out. We don't want to hit the ball hard every time. We want to put the ball in play. Make sure that they're having the defense has a lot of pressure on them. Good job, Nikki. Keeping that front side closed. Keep those hands up. There you go, hitting the ball the opposite field. Good job. I hope these mechanics that break down helps you develop your hitter into a slap hitter. The slap can lead to a lot of offensive runs for your team and can confuse the defense. Strong mechanics and understanding of the skill will make you a successful slap hitter. Thank you.